Keeping on the down low, but nobody has to know.
Everybody start to sing. La-dee-ah, whoa. Now you're singing.
YouTube, welcome back to another 978 Customs video, and today we got Deadpool Zen, aka Zenpool. It's a really recent design, and I have to say I do enjoy the way it looks. Reminds me of a ninja, but in this version of Deadpool, it's from the Axis storyline. I guess all these characters' personalities were reversed, so Deadpool is more of a peaceful guy here, where rather he just normally go on a blood spree. But design-wise, I will say he does look awesome, and it's just one to have. So I really hope Hasbro makes this eventually, and I can give you a look without the hood really quick. The hood does come off, so either way, it looks pretty good. I like it with the hood only because it kind of completes the costume, but without the hood, it looks just as fine. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware that there is a new Deadpool wave coming. So we have a Deadpool in that. And supposedly there's another Deadpool wave that is rumored, but some people have confirmed it. Shout out to Rectangular. I almost forgot to include his staff. In the comic, it's actually a rake. He carries a rake. I have a broom that I grabbed from Brother Voodoo, but I didn't have time to paint it, so I just decided to have this staff. I forgot where this staff comes from. Maybe Baron Mordo, I'm not sure. But it looks pretty decent enough to go with this Deadpool, and so I decided to click it with them. What do you guys think? Yay? Nay? Maybe? Either way, that's what he has. And I feel a little awkward about Deadpool not having any katanas or guns. So I did include those two knives. The holster on the leg doesn't even belong there. It's not comic accurate. But I had it on there because it is white. And instead of a gun, I just slipped a knife in there. You know, he might want to chop down some, like, vegetable plants or something like that. So, you know, he's definitely working in his garden. He has a rock garden, actually. Closer look, sculpted the beads, drilled in some holes in the arms, and I painted the wristbands. I wanted to sculpt them, but paint did fine. And I'll explain everything else in a second. If you want to make yourself a Deadpool Zen, all you need is a Bucky cap. In this case, I used a eel. I almost said Blizzard, but they're exactly the same. I used an eel figure, a Taskmaster for the hood. Let's just run through it real quick. Like your standard Marvel Legends, everything is articulate. I cut into the foot to give it that ninja shoe. This comes right off. It doesn't belong on it, so you don't have to keep it on if you don't want to. This back piece also comes off. That's the reason why it was kind of slanted, if you noticed it on the rotating disc. This one is not. This is glued in. And I didn't glue the back in because I wasn't sure if there was enough room to put the belt back on. But at first, I had glued the front piece to the bottom of the waist, and realizing I made a mistake, I had to rip it off. I'll show you that really quick. I took this waist thing from Baron Mordo. It was like his skirt. I just cut off the back and I sculpted it in. It turned out a little lopsided and I had to remove it, but it wasn't just for that reason. I removed it because if you were to take off the belt, it would just look weird, and I figured that maybe I could just attach it to the belt. That way when it's on and off, you'll be able to have different looks for them. So that was just something I did last minute. And then I had the back painted, but I stopped because I didn't know if there was enough room. Oops. Sorry. I didn't know if there was enough room that if I were to glue it in the back, it would fit on his waist again. So I decided to not leave it on there. It's an option if you want it. Most of the time the figure will be posed from the front, so you'll see that front piece hanging down. You won't really see the back. And I painted the belt with Angelus leather paint. Same with the hood, just because it's more flexible, so the paint is a lot more durable. This head, everything else is Model Masters acrylics. These beads were sculpted, and I tied them into a string. At first I had them onto like this bendy wire, but it was giving me a hard time. But this knife comes from like a Lego Mega Bloks Ninja Turtles, Leonardo. And this back piece, I'm just going to show you how to put it on really quick because it is a simple slip in once you figure it out. And it will hang on, it won't shake off. It's pretty sturdy in there once you lock it in. So you have that choice. Shake, 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 Shinora, shake your body right. So it will hold on. Personally, I'd probably take it off just because it's not glued in. And this head is a eel head, just repainted, watered down some white, some black, and did the reverse of the back in black. And then this little bead necklace thing, I had to sculpt each bead. I could have went to the store and just bought some beads, but I was kind of lazy, so I decided to sculpt them and see how they would turn out. I put them on a bendy wire and thought that would be good enough to keep the necklace, so I painted it. And then I tried to put it on a few times. It was giving me trouble, so I decided to use a string instead. After that, I put all the accessories on and took a picture. Then I took it with the flash to see if I was missing anything. And there are some flaws when you look at it this way, so that's why I like to turn the flash on, just to make sure I'm not overlooking anything. Really quick, this is my Zen pool. It was definitely inspired by a friend of mine who was a good customizer as well. His name is Tosh Customs. Follow him on Instagram. He does amazing work. And I saw his giveaway and I shared it and I thought, damn, I want this so bad. The odds of me getting it were slim to none, so I decided to make my own, seeing that I could do it. So I looked up some reference pictures, like this alternate head version, which I was originally going to do, but decided to do the original one first and then maybe have an alternate head. Just didn't have time to do it. I've never even seen this design until Tosh Customs custom. So shout out to him, because again, he was the first that I've seen do it. I like the design so much I had to recreate it. Seeing that I'm on my Deadpool mission, I hope Hasbro really releases this one soon. Taskmaster hood. And as I mentioned before in a previous video, I'm having trouble painting accessories with acrylic paint, and so I decided to use Angelus leather paint. This has a lot more flexibility, so you can, fold your hoodie up. I wouldn't do that, but you'd be able to take it on and off and worry less about any paint cracking. It's designed to withstand creasing and wrinkling. But like your standard Marvel Legends, everything does move. The knees are fine to bend. The ankles, the elbows, the upper arms, everything is prepared enough where you'll still be able to get any pose you like. So feel free to pose your figure around as you're supposed to. Deadpool's in on the left, and if you want to see him compared to another Deadpool, we can do that really fast. There they are, and you see that they're totally different. The bodies are similar, but the head sculpt on the original Deadpool on the right is totally different than the Blizzard or the eel head, so they are different in a lot of ways. But if you are a Deadpool collector, you know he's a Deadpool when you see the Zenpool. And I personally think that it would look good on your shelf. There's not so many Deadpools out right now. What is it? This red one. There's the Hascon, which is the X-Force. And then the Back in Black. So there's 3 Deadpools out at the moment. Not enough figures yet for his own shelf, but with the recent wave coming out with Domino and Cable, and he may have some more possibilities and more characters to line up with him. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think? Zenpool, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. I'd probably say it's an 8, because there are some things that I did leave out, like the boots and the wrinkles on the bottom of the pants. I just didn't want to do that. Also the shoulder things that cover over the shoulder. So for me, it's an 8. Overall, design wise, I think the design is a 10. It looks beautiful. Shout out to Tosh. You did the damn thing on that, and he gave his figure away. So but yep, if you like this video and you want to see more Spider-Man and Deadpool customs and more Amalgam comic customs, feel free to like this video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't, and if you have, thank you very much. We're almost at the end of the year. I'm very happy with what we made so far, and thank you guys for all the suggestions and for showing the support for so long, and I can't wait to see what next year brings.
Now you're singing with a swing.
By the way, I wanted to review these Dragon Ball figures from Bandai. Let me know if there's something you want me to do. These are my neighbors. He's ecstatic over these figures. He has the entire wave, so he wanted me to do these 2 first. Let me know if there's something you guys want to see. If so, put it in the comment section so I can finish this up. This is all I did so far. And I kind of like these figures, so I wouldn't mind reviewing them. But you guys let me know what you want to see. Thanks.